All right, we're on the air, folks. Welcome to the Shake Russell Hour. It's really 90 minutes every Tuesday night here, 7 o'clock, from the Duck Stage to your home. We actually have some folks here tonight, which is a rare treat these days. I'm almost nervous. I'm glad you're all here. Thank you for coming out. I'm going to start off here and do one I know, get warmed up. An old tune here I wrote back in the 70s, last century, recorded by Ricky Skaggs. First time I had a major artist do one of my songs, and had a big old hit with it. Thank you, Ricky. They took it up to the country charts to number 2. Number 1 song was Islands in the Stream. That song would not budge. I hate that song. But I want to start a show off like that, so stay positive. Clubs, they're all closing. There's no place to go. And the sun won't show for hours. Streets have all emptied. Lovers lay sleeping, thinking of each other. You got a lover, but it's not me. He can't love you like I can. There will be others, yes I understand. Will they love me like you can? It's fakers and takers, heartbroken lovers. I know we're not the first time. Sometimes it seems that it's just like some dream that you try hard to remember. You gotta love it, but it's not me. He can't love you like I can. There will be others, yes I understand. Will they love me like you can? The clubs, they're all closing. You know I was hoping the wine it would see me over. I pulled up my collar, I walked into the night. I went looking for an answer. You got a lover, but it's not me. He can't love you like I can. There will be others, yes I understand. Will they love me like you can? You got a lover, but it's not me. He can't love you like I can. There will be others, yes I understand. Will they love me like you can? Thank y'all. Yeah, love her. Old number 1 there, lead off hitter tonight. Our game. It's an old one that goes way back. It's Ricky Skaggs. Thank you, Ricky. Let's see. I know I do it. This one here called Never Miss a Chance. Kids are living down the street with their old junk cars, commuting in the morning. They won't get far. Could have passed them by with your cables in the back. 5 minutes of your time, gonna get them back on track. Never miss a chance. Shed a little light, give a little love, make a wrong or right, lend a helping hand anytime you can. Ask your love to dance, never miss a chance. Swing your partner. Fell up the block, couldn't be much colder. The weight of the world and the slump of his shoulders. Underneath it all, he's a lonely old man, till a little girl gave him a glass from a lemonade stand. Never miss a chance, anytime. Shed a little light, make it bright. Give a little love, let it shine. Make a wrong or right every time. Lend a helping hand for someone anytime you can. Get it done. Ask your love to dance, either one. Never miss a chance. Told my old friend I was gonna stop by. He'd been sick, I couldn't help, I wanted to try. Something came up, I thought it could wait. My heart broke later when I heard it was too late. Never miss a chance, anytime. Shed a little light, make it bright. Give a little love, let it shine. Make a wrong right every time. Lend a helping hand for someone anytime you can. Get it done. Ask your love to dance, be the one. Never miss a chance, anytime. Shed a little light, make it bright. Give a little love, let it shine. Make a wrong or right every time. Lend a helping hand for someone anytime you can. Get it done. Ask your love to dance, be the one. Never miss a chance. Never miss a chance. Thank you. All right. Requests are coming in. Thank you, Rusty. Got a couple of requests coming in. If you have anything at home you want to hear, just send it in and they'll pass it on to me up here. We're saving up to get me one of those things like the politicians have. What do they call them? Teleprompters. Yeah. I'm saving up for that. I won't have to remember the words anymore. I can just read them. Maybe in 10 years. All right. Well, here's one here. Do this for Galen here. Scratchy old saxophone me, rolling up my Tuesday night sleep. I'm knocking around his old downtown, pokey as you please. There's no place I'd rather be, waiting for a permanent breeze. Happily all alone, a little bit baritone, scratchy old saxophone me. Spend some time along the Mississippi River, get the feeling that's been rolling on forever. Picked a little cotton, a little guitar. I've got a little belly, but I've got a lot of heart. It don't take that much to really please me. A hard road if you learn to take it easy. The song's made out of flannel, my shirt's made out of blues. You see, I don't remember now where I bought my shoes. That scratchy old saxophone me, rolling up my Tuesday night sleeves, like chewing on caramel, acting like Clarabelle. That scratchy old saxophone me. Nobody ever asked me for my autograph. It's so easy to see. I've been known to make a lot of children laugh. One of them was me. That scratchy old saxophone I'd rather be waiting for a permanent breeze. I'm happily all alone, a little bit baritone, scratchy old saxophone me. Chewing on caramel, acting like Clarabelle, scratchy old saxophone me. Scratchy old saxophone me. Scratchy old saxophone me. Scratchy old saxophone. There you go, Gibbons. You're welcome. All right, moving right along. Bad and clean up tonight. Do this for my dogs. These are my dogs. That's Max. That's Angus. Their Indian names is Quit Barking and Come Back Here. They answer to both. I call them Salt and Pepper sometimes too. I don't know. They're traveling dogs. They're home watching tonight. Big screen. I had to do a song early because they go to bed early. All right, boys. Look up on the screen. Okay. I'm a traveling dog too. Everybody home. They call me Gypsy, that's my name. Came from Mississippi in a hurricane. I'm a traveling dog. It's the life for me. I'm a true believer in the promised land. I'm a rebel, a rover, always rambling. I'm a traveling dog. It's the life for me. You see, it's in the blood, it's in my bones. I'm a son of a son of a rolling stone. I'm a traveling dog. That's me. Traveling, traveling, make a company. Let's go. Come on, boys. Well, they hit the ground running in the morning sun. I was built for speed, I was born to run. Love to feel the breeze blowing through my hair. Not ready yet for the rocking chair. Head out the window, taking in the sights, fighting at the wind as the world goes by. I'm a traveling dog. That's me. I'm a traveling dog. I make a company. Let's go, boys. More cowbell. Take it easy, boy. Get back over in the yard. All right. They call me Gypsy, I'm just passing through. Don't you bark at me, I won't growl at you. I'm a traveling dog, it's the life for me. I'm a traveling dog, running wild and free. Ready to boogie, ready to go, ready to rock, ready to roll, roll, roll. I'm a traveling dog. That's me. I'm traveling, big company. Come on, boy. Thank you. All right, requests are coming in here now. I can only do one at a time. Well, here's one. called Me and Mark Twain. I wrote this. I grew up in Missouri in my first 20 years, and I joined a band from Texas and came down here and never went home except to visit. But up in Missouri, Mark Twain's the man. Statues everywhere. I think they're still up there. Wish I was on a steamboat about 1885, rolling down Mississippi, so happy to be alive. Cigars by the dozens, whiskey by the keg, lighting up the pipe boys, stretching out our legs. We were skid-scatting, patty-whacking, steam pipes blowing their stack. Not quite sure where we're going, don't know when we're coming back. Going down that Mississippi, we weren't feeling no pain. Waving high, we roll by, me and Mark Twain. Clawing, fiddle sawing, we had a catfish jumping high. Two-stepping with Sam Clemens, Tom and Huck here by my side. Past everyone, Lim Cottonwood, and Sandbar in between. Past every mark, round every bend, from St. Louis to Orleans. Oh, I wish I was on a steamboat, 1885, rolling down Mississippi, so happy to be alive. Dreams here by the bushels, smiles by the yard. Strum a little ditty on my old guitar. Mark Twain, safe water, the river captain sing. Listen to the river song, me and Mark Twain. Mark Twain, safe water. Me and Mark Twain there. Thank y'all. Standing Aurora. All right, River of Innocence. All right, Standing Aurora. I'll do that in a little bit. I'm going to pick it up first, and then I'll do that. Let's see here. We're trying to find new ways and new things to do here at this Shake Russell Hour. A little later on the show, I will answer some questions. We have a segment called Ask Shake. Anything you want to ask him, except math, things like that. But no, anything about me they want to. And we also have Under the Covers with Shake, which is me doing other people's songs, covering other people's songs. We got that little thing going on too. You can put up 3 songs written by other people, and people at home get to vote on it. Whichever song wins the vote, I will perform for you tonight to the best of my ability. And we also have Shaking Stories from the Road, which is me telling stories about my life on the road since I was 16 and I got a lot of stories, so we have that segment called Shaking Stories from the Road. So, and we'll put up 3 different titles. Like one is Send Me to the Electric Chair. One's called I Do My Own Stunts. And did you all forget something, boys? So it's 3 different titles. You can pick which one you think sounds the most interesting. Last week I did Shake with a Snake by the Lake. That was a story about picking up a hitchhiker that got bit by a snake right when she stepped into my car. And that was a story, I tell you. But you had to be here last week to hear that one. She survived. But all right, that's another story. All right. But on that, ask and shake any questions you want. Let's come some more letters, songs, and photographs. We are doing stories tonight. We're doing stories tonight. We are. Okay. Oh boy, which one? I wonder. I'll find out when I find out. Got a million of them. Let's see. Okay, we had a request here for a song that I wasn't planning on doing, but I'll do it. Somebody at home wants to hear it. Called Letters, Songs, and Photographs. And I worked with my buddy Chuck Hammer, but it was inspired by a box of letters and pictures and song lyrics I left at a house we moved out of, my wife and I moved out of, and I left it on the top shelf of a closet. I didn't know I'd left it there, and folks that moved in after us found it and started reading some of the letters and things and saw my name and brought it out to one of my shows, returned it to me. That was the genesis of this song. Old trunk of broken pine, full of dreams and tender times, golden rings in a silver case, either things I can't replace. Paper shades turn blue to gray, these memories won't fade away. Dusty books and epitaphs, these letters, songs, and photographs. You and me, and the way I feel to be all of these memories. A music box with a broken mirror reflects a man in his later years, looking back on younger days, daydreaming while the music plays. Ballerina spins around, she listens for a crystal sound. Keepsakes I forgot I had, he let a song and photograph. You and me, and the way I feel to be all of these memories. Relatives in Sunday clothes, souvenirs lying in repose, letters in a leather bind, from another place, another time. Words and rhymes I sing for you, they paint a picture straight and true, to the present from the past. It let a song and photograph. You and me, and the way I feel to be all of these memories of you and me. Letters, songs, and photographs, sir. All right. I'm going to shift gears here. You never know what you're going to write a song about. Got some more requests rolling in here. If I Need You, Dream Darling. Okay. Thank you, Rusty. I can do one of those. This song I wrote with my old buddy Nate Wish now. Nate's over there tonight. Stopped in. Having some fun on this song. You folks at home, break out the cowbells, possibly some kazoos, I don't know. Make room. Make room to do a little conga line, maybe. Okay. Get tuned up here. This song was inspired by Nate suggested this song, and after we'd had some Herradura. So the story is told. Felix Lopez, his son Aurelio, found a horseshoe of gold. You know, Herradura means horseshoe in Spanish. They picked it up just for luck. They named their tequila after it. To this day, the name of the stock. Everybody. Let's go to Mexico. One thing I know for sugar. It's kazoos. Does she have a trumpet? But I'm asking for salt and lime. I was sitting at the table, reading the label. The shoe kicked me upside the head, left me feeling crazy. Poco loco, mi cabeza. I awoke in the cactus bed. It was a Herradura that bit me. I know the remedy. 100% agave, reposado, and yeho for me. Don't want no Cuervo Gold, no, Patron Don Julio, no, one place I wanna go. Herradura, Herradura, oh me another. Herradura. Make it a double. Herradura. Get that parrot. Herradura. All right, kazoos. One more time. Herradura. All right. Thank you, Rusty. Go ahead. Well, all right. You just never know. A little comedy relief there. Well, another request here. Song written with my buddy Chuck Hammer. We've written a lot of songs together. Chuck lives up in Lawrence, Kansas right now. Silver shadows falling, and my heart begins to pound. The street lights paint the sidewalks and the highways through this town. Every face a new one when the old ones can't be found. All the stars up in their heaven, in their place is shining down. Find me sleeping tonight on my pillow of stone. Dreaming is the only comfort that I know. I make my bed here in my head, somewhere that I can go. For tonight I'll be sleeping on a pillow of stone. Tomorrow always wakes me up, someone moves me on. The morning just reminds me I was dreaming all along. Where the new day finds me in my solitary song, like a wanderer, a vagabond, even Jesus slept alone. You find me sleeping tonight on my pillow of stone. Dreaming is the only comfort that I know. I make my bed here in my head, somewhere that I can go. For tonight I'll be sleeping on my pillow of stone. Remember when you're weary and your whereabouts unknown. We all want the same thing, just a home to call our own. You find me sleeping tonight on my pillow of stone. Dreaming is the only comfort that I know. I make my bed here in my head, somewhere that I can go. For tonight I'll be sleeping on my pillow of stone. Yes, tonight I'll be sleeping on my pillow of stone. Good night. Pillow of stone there. Thank you. All right. All right, folks, I just got the sign from Rusty that for the next 10 minutes, you go on the website on the screen. You can vote for what story you want to hear. And I can't wait to find out which one it is. I hope I remember it. I will. All right. Thank you. I could use it. What's ready? There's no Uncle Walt song. The group up in was very popular back in the late 70s and early 80s up in Austin, called Uncle Walt's Band. They're from South Carolina, Spartanburg. Three charming gentlemen that like brothers, you know, they could all sing and play and instruments very well and write songs. All three could write songs. They had great harmonies. This is one of their songs here. They have a new, two of them passed away, so there's only one existing member left. But some folks up in Austin have released a live album, live at the Waterloo Ice House, place we all played back in the day. But I think it's 1982 when this live album was recorded. But if you've never heard Uncle Walt, I'd recommend you to check them out either on YouTube or buy this new CD of theirs, because they're an excellent group, one of a kind. The chorus goes, one day, someday, all of the children of the heavenly kingdom gonna ride away and make their getaway. Oh, the ground is turning green. Johnny's working on a big machine. Not much for the working man to say. Down at the corner, they're selling the ground. Teenagers are tearing the church house down. One day I'm gonna make my getaway. Everybody. Someday, someday, all of the children of the heavenly kingdom gonna ride away and make their getaway. Mama needs a rest, she's been working too hard. Papa's found trouble in his own backyard. Not much for the family man to say. Grandpa's dreams have turned to dust. Seems like everyone's gone, he's grown to trust. Someday I'm gonna make my getaway. Everybody now. Someday, someday, all of the children of the heavenly kingdom gonna ride away and make their getaway. Down the bar, Billy's out on his face. Looks like he's found his final resting place. Not much for the drinking man to say. The people on the street, they don't pay it no mind. After all, it's just the end of another hard time. One day I'm gonna make my getaway. Let's sing one more time. Someday, someday, all of the children of the heavenly kingdom gonna ride away and make their getaway. And make their getaway. Getaway. All right. Uncle Walt's band. Look him up. Walter Hyatt, Champ Hood, and David Ball. All right. There's a little more time for the vote on your story tonight, so I'll do one more song, and we'll see what they want to tell, what story they want me to tell. Let's see. I'll do one here that I read this book by John O'Donohue, who's an Irish priest and a poet and a philosopher, and wrote several books on the Irish. In one of his books, he talked about the Irish look at life on earth as living in the little bright band of light, and I thought that's pretty cool. I couldn't help but notice it from the corner of my eye, looking out my window as the plane took flight, glancing down upon it all as I flew across the sky. Down in that land of brightness, that's where I live my life, in this little bright band of light. That's where I spend my time. Hey, 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 ho, all right. In this little bright band of light, love to watch the way it shines. Hey, 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 ho, all right. I was wishing upon a star. Turn around, and there you are. First we cry, then we breathe, then comes the final sigh. Twilight paints the day's farewell slowly out of sight. In this world, love and hate, we learn wrong from right. But we're just here for a little while, this little bright band of light. In this little bright band of light, that's where I spend my time. Hey, 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 ho, alright. In this little bright band of light, that's where I spend my time. Hey, 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 ho, alright. You're my home, you're my only one. The way go turning around the sun. In a dream the other night, I was standing on the face of Mars, marveling at our universe, planet from afar. That little pearl of blue and green standing out against that night. To myself, home sweet home, can I get your ride in this little right man night? That's where I spend my time. Hey, 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 ho, alright. In this little right man night, love to watch the way it shines. Hey, 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 ho, alright. Hey, 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 ho, alright. Hey, 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 ho, that's right. In this little right man night, in this little right man night, in this little right man night, in this little right man night. That's it. The bright band of light. Thank you. All righty. I want to sing a song about chicken fried steak next. Well, thank you, whoever bought that. And I do it. All right. I know. Let me get tuned up here. See what happens when I do this one. I'm hoping. All right, come on. Chicken fried steak, chicken fried steak. Lordy, how I ache for the chicken fried steak. Crunchy as a boot heel, floating on a lake. Tasty white gravy, give me chicken fried steak. Don't give a heck for your tacos or your grits. Don't give a dang for your sugar-cured ham. Sauerkraut and wieners, I sooner eat snake. Oh Lordy mama, give me chicken fried steak. Cold pig knuckles might make me chuckle. Roman noodles make me say something cruel. And forget linguine, fettuccine. I'd rather eat slop than the red flop glop. Steak chicken fried, steak chicken fried, makes my tongue feel like I went to heaven and died. I fed a sirloin to St. Peter, and he wept and he cried. What'd he say? He says, I ain't gonna eat her unless she's chicken fried. Everybody, chicken fried steak, chicken fried steak. Lordy, how I ache for the chicken fried steak. Crunchy as a boot heel is floating on a lake. Tasty white gravy, chicken fried steak. Oh, Lordy mama, give me chicken fried steak. Chicken fried steak, thank you. And the winner is, I have a, oh, all right. This one's called I Have to Baste the Bastard. Pardon the language there, folks, but I hope no kids are listening tonight. That story goes with a song I wrote with a friend of mine. I met in Pittsburgh some friends, some old fans of mine from way back that knew me up in Dallas. They moved to Pittsburgh, and 30 years later, I see them. They come to a show, and they invite me to come up to Pittsburgh and do a big Christmas party for the company. And they bring my friend Andy M. Stewart over from Scotland, very well-known Celtic singer, songwriter, bigger than life kind of character, big voice, Scottish guy, funny as can be, never stops talking, never stops drinking that that beer either. But anyway, I met him up there. Our folks, Rick and Shannon Jackson, big old house we called the Castle, up on the highest point in this little town called Sewickley, right outside of Pittsburgh, a little north of Pittsburgh. And beautiful, like, big old mansions everywhere, and all these famous people living everywhere. But our friends lived there, and they have us come up, and we played, like I say, a Christmas party for the company on a riverboat that went up and down the rivers there. That was fun. And then the next year we came back, and we played a house concert in their castle. And after we played the house concert, we go out around the big bonfire out back, and we'd play some more, tell stories, and sing songs until the sun came up, kind of thing, And Andy M. Stewart, he's the one I met. And look him up. He passed away a couple of years ago. Bless his heart, but I got a chance to meet him, and so we were this Bass the Bastard. The day we were working this song, I brought this song up that I'm going to write a song with him because he's a great songwriter, and I played him, and we were working on it. I remember he was sitting, and it was his chore to cook the turkey for the Christmas dinner that night. So we were writing a song, we were cooking the turkey in the kitchen, and so we were in another room right in front of the fireplace, and Andy had a cigarette in his mouth. He wasn't supposed to be smoking in the cottage, so he'd blow it up the chimney, get smoke. He goes, write this down. Wait a minute, Andy, write this down. And he says, wait a minute, I like that. Hold that thought. I got to go baste the bastard. He went in and basted the turkey and came back. Where were we? The baste the bastard. He had that accent, he was a pretty funny guy. And he liked to use that word a lot, too. That must be a Scottish thing. Kind of rolls off the tongue. I'm kind of stalling here for my next little segment called You Ask Shake Anything. But I think I better do another song because last week we did it. I got home, my wife said, you all talk too much. You need to play more music, So I'm kind of thinking about that right now. Sorry, honey, I did embarrass you like that. But so I'm going to play a couple more songs and I'll talk some more. Let's see. Well, that Chicken Fried Steak. That song was written by my friend John Vandiver. And John Vandiver was the guy from Texas that I met up in Missouri. They were in a group called the Ewing Street Times, and they were the best band we'd ever seen. Dana Cooper and I both grew up in Missouri. We had bands together back then, and we'd go down the park every Sunday and listen to the Ewing Street Times because they were different. They were so different. They actually put on a show, They had all kinds of stuff that most bands just played the song and looked at their shoes, and played the next song, looked at their shoes. These guys put on a show, and I got lucky enough the bass player got fired, and I was playing bass at the time, so I auditioned. I got the gig because I could play bass and sing at the same time on pitch, and I could drive all night. That was the other important thing. John Vandiver, he was one of a kind too, like I said, Andy and Stewart. John Vandiver, he's from Texas, he's from Dallas. He's Texas to the bone. I don't know if anybody ever heard John Vandiver, but yeah, he was a bluesman. But the reason the Ewing Street Times was so unique, they were doing a lot of his songs he brought up from Texas, Jerry Jeff songs, Michael Murphy songs we never really heard. We heard Bojangles, but the other things we hadn't, and they were doing all these songs and turned a lot of people onto it. But finally, the band broke up, and John said, I'm going back to Texas, and I need a bass player if you want to come, So I'm going to get out of Missouri. So I came down with him, and we moved to Austin. Beautiful time up there, nothing was out there in Lake Travis back in 1972. A few gas stations, but not many. But anyway, I detour from the story here, but John was a unique, he's like Townes Van Zandt, Stevie Ray Vaughan, Stephen Fromholz, Texas guys, that do it their own way. A unique, genuine article kind of deal. Other blues players would come out and watch John and just and there's a lot of blues players, but John, he was like blues. It just came out of him right to his guitar, and back in the day, we did an album together called Coming Home, and we had to sign on the dotted line for some investors and put our real names down and social security numbers. And John, instead of writing down John Vanover, wrote down Angus Mustang. Angus Mustang. And he made up a social security number. I don't think he ever had one in his life, but that's pretty amazing too. But anyway, he and his girlfriend Debbie, he lived out in Tomball, out in Magnolia, between Magnolia and Tomball, and moved out there to get away from all the city and craziness. And some people that was working on John's little sports cars, the Screech Monkey guy, needed money bad, and knew John had some money out there, and he set John up and robbed him, killed him, murdered him, and murdered his girlfriend Debbie also, because she was there. So, I wanted to write a song about it, and I thought John was an outlaw, but he always said, that there's a difference between an outlaw and a criminal. An outlaw just thinks there's too many laws in the books that wouldn't harm anybody. And criminals are the kind of people that killed John and Debbie, that do whatever they have to do to get whatever they need. So I found out later that he got the name Angus Mustang from an exit sign on I-45 up between Corsicana and us. There's two little towns. One's called Angus, one's called Mustang. They share the same exit sign, so that's where he got his name. Say he was an outlaw, he lived outside the law. Never was a criminal, he never hurt no one. He children rides upon his pony, was a friend to everyone. It's a story about the gambler, the devil and the gun. It's a ballad of Angus Mustang, story hard to tell. Met him in his younger days, rode together on the trail. From the Badlands of Dakota, across the wide Missouri plain. He robbed from the rich, gave it to the poor, like Robin Hood or Jesse James. Say he was an outlaw, he lived his life that way. Never was a criminal, there's a difference he'd say. Sheriff from Montgomery County found him face down on the floor. Shot in the back by someone he knew, he let in the door. For the little after midnight, so the story stole. For dirty little bandits came looking for the gold. Say he was an outlaw, he lived outside the law. Never was a criminal, he never hurt no one. His children rides on his pony, was a friend to everyone. It's a story about the gambler, the devil and the gun. God bless the gambler and the devil and the gun. Angus Mustang there. Thank you. Ballad of Angus Mustang. All right, I think I'm going to shift over here and ask Shake some questions. I'm going to leave this in there, Josh. Pull it out. I have my own little desk, just like Johnny Carson. Oh, I need a sidekick. Where's Ed? Here we go. Sorry, Grandpa. This is my great-grandfather, great-great-great-grandfather, Shook O. Russell. I've never seen before. I've had lots of stories about him, too. Some I can tell. He was a soldier of fortune. He also was a friend of mine. All right, folks. I did tell you this is Keith Richards' molar right here, right there. Okay. He was singing one night, and Mick hit him with his elbow going like that. I saw it, YouTube. All right. Hey, a little mouthwash here. All right. Oh, not very many questions tonight. My wife will be happy. You talk too much. Okay. First question. Here's a question from Russ. No relation. Russ would like to know, have you ever toured outside the U.S.? Where? And do you have a favorite international touring city? No, I've never toured outside the United States. My songs have been in outer space. My song, Traveling Texas, was taken on the space shuttle, Discovery in 1994. So my songs have been out of the world, out in the universe, but I pretty much stay in Texas. I do go southwest occasionally. I did go play a wedding on the East Coast and go to California a couple times a year. That's about it. Once every couple of years. All right, next question. Is that my agent? Tell him I made it. That's my wife calling. Don't tell him those stories. Stop talking about me. I'm sorry, honey. All right. Next question. Kay from my home stomping grounds. Kay from Kansas City. Are most of your songs written by you alone, or are they co-writes? And one more question, please. Do you ever feel like you do most of the work when you're writing, and yet the other guy someone else adds their name? Yes, I do. By God. That just ticks me off really bad. No. As they say in Nashville, one word, 1/3, you know? So somebody sits there all night, and you're working away, and they go, how about Herradura? I go, okay. All right, Kansas City. That's it. Yeah, but I do write my own songs. I also co-write with other people, with Chuck Hamrick, with Dana, and I've written over the years, and not recently, but written with Clint Black, some other people. It's fun to write with other people because two heads are better than one. Unless you're not on the same page, then bye-bye. That doesn't work. Okay, here we go. Final question, I think. Here's a question. Oh, no, I already asked that one. Old school Strohs fan. All right, go Strohs. I'm pretty sure that I've seen Larry Durker at some of your shows. Are you an Astros fan? If so, who are some of your favorite players, and have you met them yet? But yeah, I know Larry. Larry's he and his wife Judy passed away. They always came out to my shows here at the Duck and other places. They even came to one of our house concerts at my house one time. Larry Durker's a real fine guy, as you all know. What you see is what you get. And but also, years ago, we did a fundraiser here for my drummer that had a lung surgery. And the Astros, Biggio and Bagwell came over and brought a bunch of stuff. They brought baseballs signed by the team, bats signed by the team to help auction off. So I got to meet them during that event, and they were both really nice gentlemen, too. And Mark Portugal, he used to eat here all the time. You know, they have a sandwich named after Mark Portugal here. Y'all remember Mark or not, but he's a pitcher for the Astros. And that's at the end of the questions this week. Thank you, folks, for sending them in. You can ask me anything you want, but I won't tell you my real name. And I'm saving all my good things for my book. I'm writing a book. No, I'm not really, but in my mind I am. My wife keeps saying, you ought to write a book. I don't know. I said, who would read it? I would. Well, you know the stories already. So enough of that. I know I am. I won't be able to go home tonight. She understands. All right. Well, that didn't take long. She'll be happy about that. Let's see what we're going to do. Oh, I know. Here's a good one. I remember. I used to wake up in the morning to the news on NPR, listen to the trouble morning, both near and far. Every night at 6 o'clock, watch the news on CBS. Everything I saw is making me a mess. I got news for you. I got news for you. Just turn it off. go outside. The world is far more beautiful than the news implies. I got news for you. That's right. I got news for you. Turn it off. Don't take the bait. Just see the good in fellow souls and leave behind the hate. If the news is what I'm seeing, our world is burning down. Big bucks, big greed are driving us right into the ground. Of course, we don't want to seem naive and blind, but if the news is what I'm seeing, love is hard to find. I got news for you. I got news for you. We'll turn it off. Let's go outside. The world is far more beautiful than the news implies. I got news for you. I got news for you. Turn it off. Don't take the bait. Just see the good in fellow souls and leave behind the hate. There's nothing good what the news is paid to report. You see with your own eyes, life is too short. Life is too short. I got news for you. Everybody home. I got news for you. Turn it off. Don't take the bait. That ain't news. Let's go to bed and leave behind the hate. I got news for you. I got news for you. Go outside. The world is far more beautiful than the news implied. I got news. I got news. I got news for you. 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 I got news. I got news for you. I got news for you. That's a song here by a group called the Rifters up in Colorado, down in Richmond and the Rifters. His wife, Terry McCartney, no relation to Paul, wrote the words to that one. I heard and thought that's a timely song right there. A while ago I was talking about Bass That Bastard, you know, and I was going to do a song that Andy and I wrote while he was basing the Bastard, and I forgot. I got sidetracked with my storytelling. So it's one we wrote for our hosts that were bringing us together up there, and I think it's right key. Sitting in a circle, in the center burns a flame. The sacred in this moment, but it may never come again. One song leads to another as we sing into the dawn. Tall tales and wee sensations of a gang was having fun. Kind hearts and good intentions fit like hand in glove. Just a band of rambling rovers living at the speed of love. Living at the speed of love. A figure broke the shadows. Let the firelight catch her face. My heart, it truly lifted when the gang made her place. And her voice, it joined the chorus as she slowly took her seat. And I sang a little sweeter blinded by riches, some folks driven by greed. But the love you find in this circle is all you'll ever need. Hearts and good intentions, they fit like hand in glove. Just a band of rambling rovers, living at the speed of love, living at the speed of love. Godspeed of love there. Andy M. Stewart. Andy M. Stewart. Look him up. Very well known over in Scotland, Ireland, in the Celtic world. He's their Willie Nelson or something. I don't know. The real deal. All right. Let's see here. Well, I had to pick it up here a little bit. All right. Well, just want to hear a little song of thanks. I've been very fortunate to be able to play music all my life, except for a few years there where I had a real job. But when I was a teenager, I count my paper out. Walking down this winding road for a million miles, I guess. Telling stories, singing songs, I feel my road's been blessed. There's angels walking through this world, indeed I've met a few. Little miracles that lift you up, inspiring us in all we do. If words could say what is hard, oh, what's on my mind, what's in my soul, well, I'd write it down. Conjure up a song for you, made of love and gratitude. Birds they sing, they don't know, they just sing because they love the song. If words could say what is hard, oh, what's on my mind, what's in my soul, but I'd write it down, let you know. If words could say what is hard. Resting by a winding stream beneath a million stars, I guess. Thinking each and every one, I feel my life's been blessed. Sometimes it leaves me speechless if I didn't have a clue. I try to express what's in my heart, all my love for you. If words could say what is hard, oh, what's on my mind, what's in my soul, but I'll write it down, I'll let you know. If words could say what is hard. is hard. Word to say. Thank y'all. Alrighty. Got time for a few more here. The song I wrote for Channel 2. Ron Stone, the late great Ron Stone. How many of you remember Ron Stone? But Walter Cronkite of Houston, Texas. Historian, teacher, educator. I met him doing the Labor Day telethons out there. They used to have the old summit. Go out there and answer phones and play a song or something. That's how I got to know Ron Stone. And then '86, when the sesquicentennial rolled around, my friend Bruce Bryant, who also works at Channel 2, asked me if I could write a song for a video they were making saying happy birthday to Texas. And so I started working on it, and Ron Stone asked me to get the line, the eyes of Texas, in there somewhere. So I put the eyes of Texas in the lyric. And after the song ran its course over a year, the video, which was a really nice video they put together, Ron picked it up for his theme song for his TV show he had called The Eyes of Texas. It came on at 6:30 every Saturday night. Also like to always mention that you got to ride on their float during the rodeo parade, Channel 2 float. I lip-synced this song for about 3.5 hours. Traveling Texas, been riding for days. Traveling Texas, an old cowboy's dream. Heading south to the valley in that old Spanish train. Traveling Texas, these old cowboys sing. Take the heart of a Mustang that can never be tamed. Ride an old blue northern across the Panhandle Plain. The eyes of Texas, the hearts and the hands say welcome stranger. You know Texas means friend. On the deck of a Livest, an old hurricane, south down by Houston, moving out into space. The eyes of Texas, the hearts and the hands say welcome stranger. You know Texas means friend, yeah. Where cotton is king, cattle is king, Willie is king, land of blue water, lakes of gold. Traveling Texas. Traveling Texas. Traveling Texas. Another request we had, before I forget, when I wrote with Jack Saunders. When I look back on us, I don't feel sad because it's just the way of love, I guess. You're not with me now. I think about the times we've shared. We knew happiness. All the good times come to mind. You know they won't be left behind. I just wanted you to know you will not be I will always remember you. You know I wouldn't change a thing if I could do this all again. Both the good times and the bad. As the hours turn to days, since we've gone our separate ways, we have these memories at last. All the good times come to mind here. You know they won't be left behind. I just wanted you to know you will not be forgotten. Not after all that we've been through. You will not be forgotten. I will always remember you. If you wonder, will I ever think of you? This is just to let you know you will not be forgotten. Not after all that we've been through. You will not be forgotten. I will always remember you. Will not be forgotten. No. You will not be forgotten. I was putting my guitar away after the show last night when an old friend came up to me, his hand shone something bright. Wanted you to have this, 'cause it means so much to me. It was a shiny silver dollar, minted in 1923. One of 7 silver dollars, that's how it all began. Daddy gave them to me, and Granddaddy gave them to him. A simple little blessing any heart could understand. Always a promise, a little silver in your hand. Granddaddy's silver dollar, something precious, something shared, passed down through the family, never spent and always there. If you put it in your pocket, one thing that you'll know, you have a little silver everywhere you go. So I kept it in my pocket, here to this very day. It's been everywhere I've seen, heard every song I play. I know I'll never spend it hungry or cold. Granddaddy's silver dollar shall remain forever gold. Granddaddy's silver dollar, something precious, something shared, passed down through the family, never spent and always there. If you put it in your pocket, one thing that you know, you have a little silver everywhere you go. A dollar show you what it used to be. It reminds me of the treasures of my friends and family. Granddaddy's silver dollar, something precious, something shared, passed down through the family, never spent and always there. If you put it in your pocket, one thing that you know, you have a little silver everywhere you go. It may not mean that much to others, but one thing that I know, Granddaddy's silver dollar will be forever. Eddie Silver Dollar there. Thank you. All right. Time for a couple more here. Again, thank you all for coming out tonight. It's been really a treat to have people here instead of just an empty room with me and Josh and Graham here. All right. Let's see. Think here. Running out of time. I know what I do. Shift gears here. Another tune here I wrote with Michael Hearn about a place over in Louisiana called Jay's Lounge and Cockpit. A friend asked me, said, Jake, have you ever heard of Loser's Gumbo? I said, what's that? It sounds like a song. And there's a special they have this place, and they used to have this place no longer there, but it's called Jay's Lounge and Cockpit, and it was in Cankton, Louisiana. And the fellow Jay that ran the place was also the mayor of Cankton. So he had to end with the cops there. Anyway, they had this big white wooden frame dance hall, a little kitchen in the middle, and out back a big corrugated metal, and that was the cockpit. That's where they had all the notorious stuff going on back there. So I thought, well, there's a song. So I told Michael Hearn about it. We made up a song about it. Our band playing there one night. The night we were playing there, on a Saturday night, the reigning champ from East Slidell was fighting in the back room. He was a 128-pound rooster, just a little smaller than Jose Altuve. He was mean. He was mean. He was the reigning champ for 3 straight years. There's pictures of him on YouTube. You can see him. He was the main event that night we were playing, and he was fighting this rooster from Baton Rouge. This guy from Baton Rouge, the rooster was twice the size of Big Chief Jolly. Big Chief Jolly was 128 pounds. So he was a big old bird, and he had one ear, just one ear. That's the strangest thing, a one-eared rooster. And he had his other ear he wore on a leather strap around his neck to scare the other opponents, and it did. It worked, you know. There's statues of him down there in the park, a one-eared rooster with us. Anyway, and he went by the name of Vincent Van Crow, with 2 O's. 2 O's. Look him up. So here we go. If anybody out there can crow like a rooster, there's a place in the song where we could use some help. But if you can't, don't worry. I bet you can, friend. Everybody at home, get your cowbells out. Welcome to Cankton, Louisiana. Rolling. The beer's cold, and the roosters crow. All right, easy now. Listen up. Down in Cankton, Louisiana, northeast of Lafayette, there's a little place on the edge of town called Jay's Lounge and Cockpit. It's a white frame honky-tonk, ceases in the parking lot. It's a place where the hippies and the Cajun go on a Friday or Saturday night. Reed's spreading cornmeal on the old dance floor. Jay's passing out white lightning as they're coming through the door. Hey! Don't end up in the loser's gumbo. Don't get lost in the loser's gumbo. No, 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 no. Don't wind up in the loser's gumbo. Don't get lost in the loser's gumbo. All right, now, I was taking a break. I was looking out back, looking for the bathroom door. I pulled open the curtain, and I walked into the strangest world. There's a cockfight called Big Chief Jolly, featured on a Saturday night. And a big red rooster from Baton Rouge, nearly twice his size. There were beds flying, cocks fighting, splitting in a pegging too. There was noise, they crowd, they were cussing, they were shouting, free-ring hullabaloo. Grown men dancing, roosters in their arms. The cook picking up the loser, getting ready for the gumbo farm. Hey, don't end up in the loser's gumbo. Don't get lost in the loser's gumbo. Everybody now. Wind up in the loser's gumbo. Don't get lost in the loser's gumbo. Oh, Miss Molly, stirring up that deep dark brew. Big Chief Jolly, swimming in the loser's stew. was sitting at the counter on Sunday, the very next afternoon, having a special with my friend Rusty when I reached down for my spoon. Had the spoon up to my lips, rumor filled up my nose, grabbed me by my elbow, pushed away my bowl. Before you take that sip shake, one thing you should know, put your ear up to the bowl, you can hear that rooster crow. Don't end up in a loser's gumbo. Here's how nice. Don't get lost in a loser's gumbo. No, no, no. Don't wind up in a loser's gumbo. Don't get lost in a loser's gumbo. Oh, Miss Molly, stirring up that deep dark blue. Big, cheap, jolly, swimming in the loser stew. All right, Miss somebody coming out. Be careful going home now. The roads get narrow. Watch out for the other guy. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Oh, cowbell. No, 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 no. Loser gumbo. Thank y'all. I'll tell you, it's hard one to do sitting down. It is. Well, all right, I got time for one more here. I'm going to wrap it up tonight with one of the old songs, the first ones I ever made up way back. Had the great honor of having Waylon Jennings do this song 2 different times. First time by himself, and 10 years later he did it with his wife, Jessie Coulter. When they did it the second time, I got a letter from their son, a little note from Shooter, saying that his mom and dad used to sing them to sleep on the tour bus every night with this little song here. He's a lot older now. Deep in the west, where the tall cactus grow, I've come home. Where the heaven above turns red from the fire down below. Are you listening to me when I'm talking to you? Set together we're one and divided we're through. Ooh, divided we're through. Refusing to talk, I suppose that it's all for love's sake. Ain't it, babe? That's what you say. Learning to give, that's important before you can take from me. So you hang on to me, and I hang on to you. Set together we're one, and divided we're through. Ooh, divided we're through. Here I go, changing my mind. This love of yours will take me some time. And here I go, I'm changing my mind. This love of yours will take me some time. Divided with you. Are you listening to me when I'm talking to you? Set together we're one and divided we're through. So you hang on to me and I hang on to you. Set together we're one and divided we're through. more stores. Thank you for joining me tonight. Stay safe and love one another. Thank y'all very much. Thank you. Woo. All right, now, what happens now, they turn the light off so that I'm off the air, but they give me a chance to catch my breath, and then I do one more song, an encore. So bear with me for one more song here. When that light comes on, I gotta be ready to go. Huh? I can't hear you, I'm sorry. Oh, I can't. I'll base the bastard. All right. I'm gonna do a song that I wrote way back called "You Wouldn't Know Me," and a couple of years ago,